Have you ever felt like a garage build is sometimes an absolute all-out sprint, and then sometimes it's like a mediocre marathon because you're waiting for contractors and spreading things out? Well, we are in an absolute all-out sprint because we've got so many things happening right in a row that we're trying to get done before the concrete floor gets coated. So come with me. It's going to be a bit of a hodgepodge episode today, but we're going to talk about a number of different things to get this garage ready for concrete floor coating. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Detached Garage. It's a bit messy and it's a bit kind of jumbled in the garage today, but we are getting ready for concrete coating, and there are a number of different things you want to get done. You don't necessarily have to do them before the concrete coating gets started, but it's a good idea if you want to minimize potential rework or potential cleanup with your concrete coating. So let's flip the camera around. I'll give you a tour of where we're at today, but it's going to change really, really quickly and change multiple times over this episode before we get to that concrete coating step. All right, guys, so welcome back to the messy garage. What you see here is everything pulled away from the walls. So all of the walls we have started priming, and so with the concrete floor coating coming, you can see footprints from the black ceiling still down here, but we really want to get the painting and the priming and painting done before the concrete coating starts. So any drips that go on the floor, you know what, this is going to get treated, ground, vacuumed in preparation for the concrete coating. It's not really a big deal if anything gets on the floor. So we have all of the walls primed. You can see we had drywall up. I'll do a kind of a before and after picture here. Here's before, here's drywall, and now you can see prime. So it's gone really smoothly. One of the big things that we're going to focus on doing is making sure that we get the wood painted. You can see this center piece of wood just blends in so much nicer, even though it's just primed compared to this wood that's sticking out. We're actually gonna do these black so that they kind of blend in with the black tracks from Clopay garage doors. So we are going to get the entire thing painted today, and then we're gonna do the next item of business, which is going around and making sure all of the bottom sill plate sealer is cut. So let's get these walls painted. And here is the grand reveal of the color. We went with light French gray to kind of offset the black and white theme that we had going on. The floor is also going to be gray. So if the gray of the floor and the gray of the wall end up being too close, we'll change the color on the wall and figure that out. But one of the big tips I wanted to tell you about is make sure in your garage, whether it's conditioned or not, you use a exterior paint. Number one, the big thing it's going to do for you is make sure you have additional moisture resistance. This is especially important to me with the wash bay going in over here. We want to make sure this is as moisture tight as possible. We've got another product we're going to put on top of this, but I wanted to make sure we had a good, nice, good base to make sure this was as moisture resistant as possible. So that exterior paint, not only will it be moisture resistant, more moisture resistant than interior paint, but it'll also have higher elasticity. And because especially if you don't have a conditioned garage, we have heat in the floor and not air conditioning yet. So we will get some big swings. It'll get up to, 90 plus degrees in here during the summer without air conditioning. And we will also have that heat cycle. So exterior paint has that higher elasticity where it'll expand and contract without cracking. So if you have a unconditioned garage where you're going to be going from below 0 to 90 degrees in the summer like we do in Wisconsin, you want to make sure you have a paint with higher elasticity so it doesn't crack and then show your drywall mud and tape lines and everything like that. So Really happy with how the color turned out. Depending on the lighting, it can be pretty dark, or depending on the lighting, like here, this is the same color between these two walls. It's just how the light is hitting it. It has a little bit of, it's a satin finish, so you get a little bit of shine to it, which will help reflect some light around and keep the garage as bright as possible. But we're really happy with how this turned out. So the job for today, now that we have the painting done, and this is again floor prep, we wanted to get the painting done so in case we dripped anything, all of this will be resurfaced and refinished and ground down before they do the floor coating. So job one for today is to get this hose and electrical reel back up on the wall up here with the lag bolts. We took pictures of that so we know where the lag bolts go and can remember everything that goes up there. The other thing we are going to do, and I'll walk over here, is for air sealing, we did this sill sealer. Gosh, tongue twister, I can't say that. So we did the sill sealer all the way around the bottom plate to the block down here. And so we've got some excess on the inside here. So we're gonna go around with a razor blade all the way around the garage and make sure there is no sill sealer hanging out like that, so that we make sure we have a good capillary break and air break. And we're also going to be wrapping the floor coating up into the block. So the floor coating is actually gonna come all the way up the block to the bottom of the wall here. And so we wanna make sure there's a nice good surface to make sure there's no flaking, and we have a good seal between the floor coating and the wall here. All right, guys, so we've cut the sill sealer. We have cut the sill sealer all the way around this wall here. So I've got the scraps laying on the ground. I needed a break just from bending over. There's no real good way. You're pretty much just either kneeling or laying on the ground with this up about a foot. So we are gonna get on the scissor lift and we are gonna get this hose reel mounted back up here. I'll put some pictures on the screen of the dimensions that we need to check. It was a really good idea to take some pictures and especially measure, because the drywallers ended up not leaving the pins in place. They actually took them out. So not a huge deal. We've got the measurements. We'll measure off of this wall here and we'll go from there. So let's get on the scissor lift. I've got a few tools here, hand tools in case we can't reach. We've got a swivel just in case. And yeah, we'll get going here. Well, guys, it's up here. But if you can see, the washer isn't on the right side, and I already put these in. So I am going to back these back out and redo this. Oh man, this thing's heavy. Nothing like a little mistake like this. So round two, here we go. All right, guys, it is back on the wall. Man, that was a pain to do twice, but you know, learned from my mistakes. We will get this electrical cord set up at the right length, and once we get the compressor done, then we will set this one at the right length. But it is up here. I can basically hang on this thing, and it is good to go. So pretty happy with how it turned out. We were able to find the holes again and get everything in. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on today's video. We got the sill sealer all the way around off. I've still got all of this to do, but I'll do that while you guys aren't watching. We've got the hose reel and electrical cord reel mounted back up on the wall and off the floor. Again, all of this stuff is gonna have to come off the floor before the floor coating gets done. So we're kind of gonna be jumping around to a bunch of different topics here. We're going to do the floor coating. We're gonna finish the outdoor patio. We're gonna add another zone of multi-zone audio outside with the TV that's going out there. We've got cabinets coming. We're gonna redo this hose bib here again so we can put the cabinets in. There is a ton more in store, so please hit that subscribe button if you want to keep following along with the garage build. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, put those down in the comments below, and we will definitely go into an in-depth floor coating video or two coming up here in a little bit. Thank you so much for watching Detached Garage. I hope to catch you on the next episode.